How you doing? I'm Professor Michael Foley, Hand-to-Hand Combat Training Center, up here in Hayden, Idaho. I'd like to talk first about how to make a fist. You know, a lot of schools say, yeah, throw your punch out there. And then I see people and they're making weird looking fists and all sorts of things. Roll those fingers in tight, put your thumb on top, hold everything in, make it feel like it's made out of stone. You got to tighten it up. You want to hit with two big knuckles, not the little knuckles, the two big knuckles. So these two right here. So in order to do that, look what I have to do to the wrist. Flat. And point mostly with the first knuckle. The second knuckle is a little bigger. So when you point more with the first knuckle, it's going to even out and you'll hit flat with two knuckles. This is a very good way to punch. If you're punching to, say, an area like the chin, you hit right there with those two knuckles, knock the hinge back, pop it out. You can punch it right to the nose because the nose sticks out there. And so when those two knuckles hit, that's going to flatten it out. You can punch right to the middle of the sternum. And with a good solid punch, you can actually crack the sternum, causing some damage and a whole bunch of pain. But the punch is what's important. Start right here, all the way back. You see, I've got it right there where this part of my fist is actually touching my rib cage. I need that position. If I have it too low, then I have to lift as I punch. I don't want to do that. Up here, it travels in a straight line to the target. All right? So when you're punching, you start with your body at a slight angle. This hand is out, the guard hand. I'm going to pull back at the same time that I punch forward and pivot. So let's look at my feet. From this position, on the punch, the feet pivot in. So they turn, pointing forward. So from this angle, they turn and point forward. That gets your whole body lined up with your punch. All right? So that's a very important element of this. So to get the perfect punch, you need to slide the elbow across the ribs, straight line in, pull that other hand all the way back. This action right here, that pull punch, this power goes through the shoulders, across the chest, and through and right out the other side. It's just this nice, almost like a seesaw type thing. So it's just pull punch, straight in. Now, the reason you don't want your elbow to come out is because if I'm in the middle of a punch and somebody moves in, you know, a fight is fluid. They're moving forward and back. And they move in, there's nothing behind my fist but air. But if I'm punching like this, and he moves in, my arm is behind the fist. So even a short punch like that is going to have more power than this. It's like picking up a small, you know, stone and throwing it here. So you got to get the arm behind it, drive it through the target. Right? So we always think, line it up and pull punch and pivot into it and just solidify your stance. Tighten up those legs. That's the way we're going to work to get the perfect thrust punch. Okay, so if you want to learn techniques like this, come on down Hand-to-Hand Combat Training Center in Hayden, Idaho.